Yo, Deadass Silk saying, yo, you heard what's been going on lately? Did you
Yeah, I
hear
heard, man.
what's been
I
going on?
heard, man. Santa Claus ain't real, man. Santa Claus ain't real. The Wizard of Oz, you know, the woo, that guy. No, pull back the curtain. It was a little dude on the machine. Little dude on the machine. Battle rap. Rehearsing rounds. Can we rehearsing rounds? Trash. Toilet water. Toilet water. Absolute, absolute toilet water. But man, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it, man. Enough of the jokes. Enough of the jokes, man. Y'all know what it is and what it does. You know why we here. But man, so yeah, we start an interview. Battle rap trap, man. Salute Henny. Salute Henny. Uh on set for the light work series that's been going down, these tape battles in a caffeine setting. From what we now know, in the middle of nowhere, no gas station, no source of entertainment, nowhere to go. All you got is you and your rounds. And apparently, when battle rappers get bored, they spar. Now, I guess my
Don't say
question is,
forward.
what's the
Not
difference
forward.
between sparring and rehearsing in your eyes?
It's really
Because Hustle said they sparred in the interview. And shout out Henny Man, because Henny Man was like, hey, hey, I probably shouldn't put this out, huh? But then we're gonna get to Holmesy next. We're gonna get to Holmesy double duction in this conversation, trying to save a friend, but you double dutch right into some shit.
I really don't feel like it's much of a difference. I mean, rehearsing, you going over it yourself, sparring, you let somebody else hear it. I just don't think it should be opponent. But sometimes you might feel confident in one round that I'm gonna fuck you up, and you tell them that round. You feel me? But sparring with your opponent. Are we doing all three rounds? Are we just spend one
F
round?
that. What's the word?
Like what are we doing with that? That's nasty. So we
So
get the Holmesy.
hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this. First things first. Do you think this is an outlier situation, or do you think this is something that happens consistently in battle rap? Because afterwards, the aftermath of this conversation is B Magic comes out and he says, "Oh yeah, me and Mr. Mills practice our, you know what I'm saying, we rehearsed our bars together with a battle a couple years ago." So we don't know what's real and what's
I,
fake
I
anymore.
mean, I mean, Serve said he called Twerk with like, hey, yo, this why this how I'm gonna fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you the first couple. You feel me? I'm gonna say it happens, but when you hear it from the battler's mouth, it's like, wait, whoa. And the way the interview make, like how Hustle said it in the interview, it just sound like they did all three rounds, so it makes it look super crazy.
Can we admit that she might have been influenced of the Patron? We see the bottle being passed around, and I ain't gonna lie, Hustle look like she lucky deer in the headlights after she said that. You seen the look on her face, like she slipped up and said some shit she sitting and said for
Right.
sure. And we weren't the only people that noticed that. You know who else noticed that?
Holmesy,
Holmesy.
Holmesy, fact.
Holmesy double dutch right in there to save her. But he said too much. He could have deflected. He could have diverted. But you know what he did? He stepped right into the shit.
He
He
said him
seen
into it.
he seen Hustle drowning, and instead of throwing a raft, he jumped in there and both of them can't swim.
He made it seem normal though. Like shit, me and
He
son did.
normalized the rehearsing and then threw Ace in it.
That's crazy.
Ace not even on site. She happens not even on site when this is being talked about.
I get it. He was trying to save a friend. You know what I'm saying? Save two friends. You feel me? Like make it seem like yo, like chill. Like it ain't that crazy because we do it sometimes. But it's just how he did it. It made it worse. It was like, bro, you serious right now? Like you just made this sound like totally cool. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like if you'd have been like like I did it and not said a person or not sound so convincing. And when you said how he said it, that made it be like, bro, you wow.
But then like so it makes you think, right? When you hear about rumors about battle rappers writing together, when you hear about rounds, you know what I'm saying, you take the John John battle with Sue Surf. When he does this swear to God, you know what I'm saying, you didn't call to ask, you know what I'm saying, if we could X, Y, and Z. Like it makes you think, like, is that real? Is that true? Do I think it happens on a consistent basis? I'm gonna say no. It's because it's too many purists in the culture, and I don't even think these battle rappers do it on a consistent basis. It sounds like, you know what I'm saying, we at the basketball court, right? We at the basketball court. You hoop for the rival team. If I tell you I go left, you playing defense on me, I tell you I'm about to go left and I hit you with this fadeaway, and I go left and hit you with the fadeaway, does it hurt a little bit more than if I would have just hit you with the left and the fadeaway without you knowing?
In certain situations, yeah, it hurt a little, like, cause I know what you coming with, and it's like it hit crazy. Like even sometimes, like yo, even when you say spar, like you might not say it how you gonna say it on stage. Cause I heard it was like a bump that she did, that she knew about, but when he did it, it was like it was harder than what she thought it was gonna be. It's like that. It's like yo, I might know what you about to say, but then you say it like in another different way than what you spar with me with. And I'd be like, God damn, son. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely like that analogy.
But then it's also like, so you have that side of the coin, but then you have the purist, and this is where I get a little bit confused. And I think, you know what I'm saying, Holmesy made a great point when he did the interview on Angry Fan. Shout out Angry Fan, because he did the follow up to the Hustle interview with Henny. You know, back in the day when we talk about the T-Rexes and the Murder Mooks, you know what I'm saying, when we talk about the OGs of this, and they used to travel from neighborhoods to neighborhoods, they used the same raps. They used the same material. So which one is worse? Is it winning rounds, winning battles with the same material? Or is it rehearsing to make sure your battle look good on camera? And we can leave it as a rhetorical question, because that's tough. We can leave it as a rhetorical question. But then, you know, Ace and Sheed's argument was, you know, battle rap is not the same. We talking Caffeine era, we talking Smack DVD era. We talking two different eras. That's what she was saying. And it's like, I hear that, because even as a sports fan, if I look at football from when I knew it 15, 20 years ago versus football now, it's two completely different sports. 15, 20 years ago, there used to be this segment on Monday Night Football on NFL Live, the pregame show called NFL Jacked Up. You remember that? Do you remember Jacked Up? Okay, Jacked Up used to be a segment in the show where they took like the 5 hardest hits in the NFL, and they would show them, and everybody would be hyped. It'd be like, you got jacked up. And I'm telling you, these hits, helmets would be flying off. Helmets was flying off. But 20 years from now, if you do that in a game, if you blind somebody, you know what I'm saying, if you decleat somebody 20 years ago, you would be celebrated. You do that now, it's called targeting. You're thrown out the game for that. So the game of football has evolved. We have to think everything else in life has evolved. Things have changed. So has battle rap evolved?
I mean, of course. I mean, it's not like you said. It's two different areas. You got caffeine. You got URL. Now you got I mean, you got the Smack DVD, the URL. Now you got the caffeine URL era now, and it's like what they did in Smack DVD not the same from URL, and what they do from URL to now is not the same. Like the game switched up. Like back in the day, it was more like a roast session. Like we still have bars where I could roast you. Then URL was like more performance, building your joint together, and now you got what you got now.
I think it's very interesting because battle rappers talk about how, and even fans, we talk about how battle rap is more about entertainment. We talk about how we get into the entertainment. Shout out F. Dot for saying it's like Save the Last Dance, the movie. And Holmesy was like, you guys, we love battle rap fans in the community, love storylines in battle rap. When random battles pop up 9 times out of 10, there's not that initial excitement. Right. It's kind of like, especially if it's a style clash, like a battle that you really don't see. Everybody kind of you gotta kind of like squint your eyes at the battle to make it make sense. You gotta like twist it and turn it. You just can't present that battle on a regular plate and we just, you know what I'm saying, go crazy. Versus, I'll give you an example. Like Jack Boy and K-Shine storyline. For this era of substantial storyline.
Yeah.
Versus
Bill Collector Rum Nitty.
Like, how the hell? Make it make sense.
Fact.
And it's not until the battles do come out that you do have you know what I'm saying? Then we go back and look at it and say, oh, those was the classics. Some of those was the best I've ever seen before. You talk about the Rum Nitties and the Avs, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth. Some of the more random battles. So you hear that. But the entertainment factor I think there's an entertainment factor, and I think there's also a competitive factor. And I think that's the battle rap fans, we want both. And I think this was an outlier. I really do think it was an outlier. I honestly think the alcohol just got to Miss Hustle, and it was all downhill from here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think she wasn't even allowed to answer the question before Holmesy jumped in. Holmesy, you know what I'm saying? He started running on the beach, you know what I'm saying, in slow motion like Baywatch. Like, Hustle, no! I'm coming to say, boy, you did too much.
And ran into a brick wall.
Did too much. You jumped out there. You forgot your life jacket. You forgot you couldn't